For such a deep team like the Boston Celtics, minutes can be hard to come by, and because of that, some of our players are a little disgruntled at their current playing time. Guys like Keith Bogans, Favarani, I think Gerald Wallace is in there too, so I might have to make a move to try and quickly trade some of these role players. We have a very deep team. It's not a top-heavy team, but it's a pretty deep team with solid players. Like our lowest overall is only a 68 or something. So because of that, we might try to move some of these role players like Brandon Bass and Courtney Lee quickly, so we can get some more minutes to guys so that they will, be a little bit happier, of course. Because even though we are kind of not necessarily in a win now mode, we want that team chemistry to be up. We want to create a good environment for players to come and play in, and I think it's actually one of the goals, or one of the rewards, is if you keep a team chemistry very high. So that's gonna be something we look to do. So we're just going through some trades. I might package Courtney Lee and Brandon Bass. Those are two contracts that I'd like to get out from under. There were two kind of short-minded contracts, and Danny Ainge made both of those moves to re-sign Brandon Bass and sign and trade for Courtney Lee. And they're kind of, hurting the Celtics right now as they're kind of long-term contracts for a team that's not looking for players like that. But anyway, we have some scouting here before heading into this ball game against the Portland Trailblazers. I told these scouts to scout some small forwards. That's a position that we don't have a player for the future at. We really don't have a player that I want on this team in the coming, year or two, quite frankly. Jeff Green, I think, is just a bona fide role player, and Gerald Wallace is not the Gerald Wallace that he once was. So, small forward is definitely a position we're looking for, and this upcoming draft class is deep with small forwards. Obviously, it's top-heavy like Andrew Wiggins, Jabari Parker, but it also has guys like Dario Saric who we could get good value for maybe in the middle of the first round or so. But nonetheless, we're going up against the Portland Trailblazers. Here we got some Friday night basketball from Beantown in the TD Garden. This is a game that I actually attended in real life. I went on a school trip and I hung out with some friends there. It was a pretty entertaining game. The Trailblazers came out on top. It was close for a little bit, but then the Trailblazers offense just exploded in the fourth quarter. They hit a lot of threes. They did what the Trailblazers do on offense, and that's score a lot of points. That is one of the reasons why this team has started out so successfully, is this team's offense. Their defense is pretty middle of the pack, but their offense is nothing too shy at. So we're going to have to be aware of that. Rajon Rondo with the ball, looking for the screen from Jared Sullinger. He's going to give it to Avery Bradley, top of the key for three. And you're going to see me feature Avery Bradley and Jared Sullinger in the offense a lot, at least starting out. I know those are the two guys that I'm trying to semi-build around. I've talked about it before. They're probably not going to be franchise guys for me, but I'd like them to be really good fourth and fifth options in a starting five for me. They play positions that you might not find, they play positions that if you have one or two defined skills at, you can really be effective as a role player. Sullinger, he can shoot the ball from mid-range. He can even hit a three from time to time, and he's an exceptional rebounder. Avery Bradley, phenomenal defender, and in this game, he's a pretty good shooter. Not as good as in real life, or not as good in real life, but in this game, he is a phenomenal shooter, so we're taking advantage of that. So you're gonna see me feature those guys a lot, and that's gonna show up in the box scores. You'll see. I also ended up starting Brandon Bass over Vitor Favarani, just because that was the lineup the Celtics were running in real life, and I wanted to test it out. Now, against the Trailblazers, who are a very big team with LaMarcus Aldridge at power forward and Robin Lopez at center, maybe it wasn't the smartest idea, but we'll see how it pays off. Nicholas Batum, one of my favorite players in the league, with the ball, giving it to Mo Williams, another one of my favorite players. I like some of the guys on this Raptors team. I've always liked Mo Williams. I wanted the Warriors to go out and sign him. I thought he would have been a great fit in the offseason. Nick Batum, I just think, is a very versatile player. He's been overrated as a defender throughout his career, but he's a very versatile player. He can be a secondary ball handler. He's a good rebounder, good shooter, can drive, finish. Just does a lot of things well. Not too many things great, but he does kind of a jack-of-all-trades type of ordeal. There's Alan Crabb for three, though, a shooter out of California who was drafted in this past year's NBA draft. I believe he was a second-round pick. Jordan Crawford with the ball, though, pushing the pace here behind the back. Sweet bounce pass to Kelly Olynyk. He actually went through his legs right there. Phenomenal play by Jordan Crawford, and we're going to end off the first half, or the first quarter, I should say. We are doing pathetic on defense, however, 34 points given up. I know that the Trailblazers are an exceptional offensive team, but that is just unexcusable for the Boston Celtics, a team that's supposed to pride itself on defense with its kind of culture that Kevin Garnett and some of the guys created once they came over in 2008. We're getting Marshawn Brooks some playing time here, and he is showing why he does not get a lot of playing time in real life because he cannot cover a lick. But Rondo giving it to Jeff Green in the corner for three. Beautiful vision right there by Rajon Rondo. And Jeff Green, it's the corner three. The lead is back down to 5. Here is Damian Lillard with the ball being covered by Rajon Rondo. Lillard sizing up Rondo is going to give it to LaMarcus Aldridge on the alley-oop. Beautiful play right there. They actually ran that play a couple times in the game that I went to. They had a couple fast break alley-oops from Lillard to LaMarcus Aldridge. There's Jeff Green for a nice 18-footer. He knocks that one down, and it's a 4-point lead right here for the Portland Trailblazers. I'm giving it to Favarani in the post, waiting for Rondo to cut through, make my move, and Favarani finishes it off the glass. We cut the lead down to 2, the closest it's been since the opening of the tip. And now it's back up to a 3-point lead. Earl Watson with the ball, trying to go on his defender, Courtney Lee. Gives it to Darrell Wright. And Darrell Wright, a really good D&3 type of player. He's a knockdown 3-point shooter. Doesn't have a great in-between game, but he was showing his knockdown 3-point shooting right there. But check this out. Oh, my goodness. Myers Leonard hitting a post fadeaway and one. That was some cheese right there. Mo Williams with the ball, going to work on Rondo. Mo Williams is an extremely talented offensive player, and he gets by Rajon Rondo right there easily. And we're going to head into the half down by 12 as it's 60-48. Our defense was a little bit better in the second quarter. We only gave up 26 points, which I guess to a really good offensive team like the Trailblazers, I'll take. I mean, it's kind of right around with their averages. I believe they average around 104 points per game. But check out Sullinger hitting the 3 right there. Jared Sullinger, not a great 3-point shooter. He's kind of expanded his range out there this year. He hit some in college. I think my estimation, I don't have any, proof of this or whatever, any evidence, but my estimate or my guess, I would say, is that Doc Rivers kind of didn't want him taking that shot once he came to Boston, but now that Doc Rivers is out, and Brad Stevens has told guys like Favarani and Olynyk and Sullinger, you can take that 3, be open with let's see what you got with that type of shot. So Sullinger's been taking a lot of 3s this year. He's only hitting around 31, 32%, but it's nice to see if he can develop that type of thing, and if he can get up to like 36, 37%, that could be a huge asset for a player like Jared Sullinger, even though he's such a good rebounder, and you'd like to have him be able to get some offensive boards, not standing on the 3-point line, but if he can hit a 3-ball like that, it hasn't stopped Kevin Love from getting his 15 rebounds a game. So anyway, it's a 9-point lead here. LaMarcus Aldridge, little mid-range. Surprisingly, he misses that, but Thomas Robinson is there. Robinson, the former number 4 or 5 overall draft pick, I believe, by the Sacramento Kings, on his 3rd team in less than a year in the NBA, a little over a year in the NBA. And let's see if we can find it. Let's see if he can find a place or a home for himself in Portland. He was certainly doing that today. He had a big game. LaMarcus Aldridge, with the ball, laying that one in off the glass, and it's up to an 11-point lead. Favarani with the ball, trying to get deep into the post, get some good position, and flips that one up off the glass. Nice little left-handed hook by the Spanish center, the 25-year-old rookie. But check out Rajon Rondo, crazy flip shot right there. We kind of made a little bit of a run here at the end of the 3rd quarter, and it's down to a 5-point game. Darrell Wright trying to inbound this. I was even going for a steal here. I was like really feeling the momentum. Batum shot, it would not have counted if it went in. He got it off after the shot clock or the game clock expired. And we're going to head into the 4th quarter, only down by 5 here in this ball game against a very, very good Portland Trailblazers team. So we'll see if we can try to close the gap and maybe even take the lead for the first time all game. Nicholas Batum with the ball, giving it to Damian Lillard, being covered by Rondo. Lillard just gets into the lane and slams that one home one-handed, and it's back up to a 9-point lead. Well, let's see if we can try to halt this little run the Trailblazers are going on right now. Blocked by Bass. Lillard gets his own rebound, and one. Phenomenal play by Damian Lillard. It's a 3-point play. It's up to a 14-point game. That's a turnover. Batum giving it to Lillard on the break. Here comes Lillard, and one again. And that was the backbreaker right there. It's a 17-point lead now, and this one looks like it's been broken open. Much like how the Celtics game against the Trailblazers that I went to in real life happened. It was kind of this 5 to 10-point game for a while, and then the Trailblazers just went on a run in the late 3rd and early 4th quarter, and at that point the game was over. But here's Sullinger once again. Despite our defensive struggles, Jared Sullinger has had a phenomenal offensive game. He has over, I believe, 28 to 29 points at this point. Rondo with the ball. I'm looking for Bass. Bass hasn't had too many touches, but he knocks down that little 10-footer right there. That is Brandon Bass's shot, the little baseline mid-range. Lillard with the ball, being covered by Rondo. Rondo, known as probably a bit better of a perimeter defender in this game than he is in real life. So he did an okay job of D'ing up Damian Lillard today. But Mo Williams on the other end, he was open and he knocks that one down. Here's a little pick and roll with Sullinger. Sullinger getting in the lane. Nice reverse layup with the left hand right there. Beautiful shot by the 2nd-year man out of Ohio State. Now, once again, I'm looking for Sullinger deep too, but it does not matter. He knocks that one down. He is really turning it up right here. He's got 29 points on the evening. 115 to 110. I see Sullinger open once again. Another mid-range, another 2 points for the power forward. A bit undersized and a bit deficient on offense, but on defense, excuse me. But a very talented offensive player. We see if we can develop that defense a little bit more. Lillard in the lane though, gets it back up to 15, and now here we go once again with the ball, giving it to Jeff Green, who's going to go down the lane. Jeff Green is a very good finisher around the rim, and he shows it right there. He uses his length very well sometimes. and he does it as well right there. That was some weird wording, but nonetheless, 117 to 104 is your final score. The Trailblazers come out with the victory. For those wondering where the tragic Bronson in my career is, if you're still sticking around for this video, I will try to put that up in the coming days. It's been a little bit hard to record or just kind of get some time where I can do, like, you know, hour-long commentary, sort of, because I kind of need the house relatively empty, and that's hard to come by these days sometimes. But anyway, that is pretty much going to do it. So you can see the team stats right there. The thing was, their rebounding was, I mean, it was just killer for us. I think they had something like 19 points out, or 19 second chance points. You cannot allow that. But Solinger finished up with 31 and 7. Jeff Green had 19. Bradley had 13. Rondo had 18 assists. That is a big part of my game. I'm always going for those assists, and it's not intentional too. It's just the way I play. But Thomas Robinson, 22 and 12. Lillard, 26 and 12. Just incredible. But anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm out. Peace.